The 2025 AFCON final is officially here. We have Morocco, the hosts of the tournament, the team who hasn't won an AFCON in 50 years, against Senegal, the team that won the AFCON in 2021, the team that has been to the last 3 out of 4 AFCON finals. This final is going to be absolutely insane. Now, I will say that at the start of this tournament, if you had to choose 2 teams that were the most likely to make it to the final, it was always going to be both Senegal and Morocco. Senegal have definitely been one of the best African nation in the last 5 years, and Morocco in recent years have been absolutely incredible in the Olympics, in the 2022 World Cup, and once again in the 2025 AFCON. But who is going to win this final? That's what I'm going to be telling you guys in today's video. If you've been enjoying all the AFCON videos I've been releasing for this tournament, remember to subscribe to the channel, and once again, thank you guys so much for helping me hit 6,000 subscribers. I really couldn't do it without you guys. But without further ado, let's get right into my predictions. Before I get into this video, I just have to mention that at the current time of recording this video, it's 1:30 a.m. I'm extremely tired. I tried recording this video earlier outside, but the lighting was completely fucked up. Now, I am currently on vacation, so this may not be the best quality video, but soon I will be back at home making the best quality videos I can for you guys. But let's get right into this game. So we have Morocco against Senegal, the hosts of the AFCON, against arguably the best African nation in recent years. This is going to be a fantastic matchup. And I'm also going to cover what I think is both of these teams' weaknesses, but what their strengths are as well, and what can possibly win them this AFCON. I'm going to start off by talking about Senegal, because I think that Senegal have been one of the best, if not the best African nation in recent years. Now, yes, we've seen what Morocco has done in recent years, and they've been absolutely incredible, but they have yet to do it in the Africa Cup of Nations, which Senegal has done. Now, so far in this tournament, Senegal have definitely been arguably the best team. If you look at them going forward, they've scored loads and loads of goals. We saw them score 3 goals against Botswana, 3 goals against Benin, and also 3 goals against Sudan. So they've been scoring loads and loads of goals. But with that being said, I do think they have a little bit of a problem. In my opinion, one of the main problems that we've seen with Senegal so far in this tournament is their lack of a world-class striker. Now, yes, they have some very good strikers. They have players like Nicholas Jackson. They have players like Diallo, who, yes, are decent strikers, but they haven't really been performing so far in this tournament. Now, yes, we saw Nicholas Jackson score 2 goals against Botswana, and we also saw Diallo score a goal earlier on in the tournament. But other than that, Senegal strikers haven't really been there for them in this tournament, and we've seen a lot of goals from their wingers in Sadio Mane and Iliman Ndiaye. We've seen goals from their midfielders, but their striker position still seems to be an area where a team like Morocco could possibly punish them. But other than that, I think Senegal do have a star-studded lineup. Their lineup is crazy. Their defenders are fantastic, their midfielders are amazing, and even their attackers are very, very good. And their manager, Pape Thiaw, coming into this tournament, I do feel like it was either going to be a hit or a miss, because obviously this is the first major African tournament that he is competing in, and I think he's actually been a very good manager for Senegal. I feel like the way he's adapted over these recent games has been absolutely incredible, and we did see in a few games where I don't think his managerial tactics were the best. We saw it against DR Congo. We also saw it against Sudan, where I do feel like he could have done better. But then in some other games that they played, I think he's looked absolutely incredible. And in recent games against Egypt, against Mali, those were very, very tough teams and very good teams defensively as well. But I do think Pape Thiaw, with his management, did come out on top. Now, I want to quickly look into the semi-final match that Senegal played against Egypt, because in that game, Senegal were a good team and they did perform well. But in my opinion, I think there was more mistakes from the Egyptian national team that caused Egypt to lose that game. I feel like Hossam Hassan did not do good in that game. I don't think his tactics were good. I don't think his formation was good, and he clearly failed to adapt throughout the game. And Hossam Hassan, I feel like, has been a very good manager with Egypt. I feel like throughout this tournament, he's probably been maybe the best manager tactically with Egypt. But in that game, it was completely wrong. They kept trying to do long balls to Omar Mahmoud, direct long balls to the attackers, and Egypt don't even have a target man. So why are you trying to do long diagonal balls to Omar Mahmoud? It's never going to work. Now, if we look at Morocco, in my opinion, they have also arguably been the best team in this tournament. Both Senegal and Morocco have been the two best teams of the tournament. And Morocco, I feel like coming into this tournament, we knew how good their attack was. We knew how good their midfield was. But I don't think a lot of people realized how defensively resolute Morocco are. And so far this tournament, they have had defensive masterclasses in almost every single game they've played. And they have still not conceded a goal from open play. That is absolutely incredible, to not concede a goal from open play in a whole tournament up until the final. And they could possibly go the whole entire AFCON without conceding a goal from open play. In every single game they played, other than that one game against Mali where they did concede a penalty, they kept clean sheets. They kept clean sheets in every other game in the group stage, and so far in every knockout stage game, they've also kept a clean sheet. So defensively, their center backs, their full backs, their goalkeeper Bonu, they've all been absolutely incredible. I feel like they've been very compact. I feel like they haven't made a lot of stupid challenges. They've been very smart, and I do feel like Morocco has had the best defense so far in this tournament. Now, as I mentioned, an area of struggle for Senegal, which I thought was their striker position, I will also mention an area of struggle that could possibly be for Morocco. Now, if you look at their attack, they've been fantastic. Brahim Diaz and El Kaabi have been scoring goals in almost every single game, and they've gotten 8 goals in total in this tournament, which is absolutely incredible. But other than that, they don't really have anyone else that will score goals. We did see one goal from Saibari, but other than him, the midfielders haven't been able to score goals. As Al-Zuli, yes, he's been pretty good this tournament. His dribbling and his attacking power and pace is phenomenal, but his end product isn't really there. So in their semi-final game against Nigeria, we saw Brahim Diaz and El Kaabi struggle to score goals, and there was no one else to score the goals that they couldn't score. So this is definitely a small area of concern for Morocco, and in a team where I feel like defensively they're absolutely incredible, in the midfield they're fantastic, and even their attack is very good, but you can't rely on only 2 goal scorers in Brahim Diaz and El Kaabi. And yes, they can score goals from pretty much anything, but you need to have help in scoring goals. And like I already mentioned, in that semi-final against Nigeria, they struggled to score goals because both Brahim Diaz and El Kaabi didn't have the best games. I feel like Brahim Diaz wasn't at his best, and El Kaabi wasn't really getting the service that he needs. And in this game against Senegal, if Senegal do defend Brahim Diaz and El Kaabi very good, then Morocco may struggle and they may not be able to score. But with that being said, I do still think that Morocco are the favorites. And to be honest, I'm gonna admit it, I've been doubting them throughout this whole tournament. I predicted them to lose in the quarterfinals against Cameroon. They ended up smoking them. I predicted them to lose in the semifinals against Nigeria, and they ended up beating Nigeria on penalties. So honestly, I feel like the pressure has not gotten to Morocco. And coming into this tournament, I thought that the pressure would get to them, and that's why I thought they would have an earlier exit. But realistically, they performed amazing at the recent Olympic Games. They performed incredibly in the 2022 World Cup where they made it to the semifinals. So they've experienced this pressure before. And I feel like this is just another day in the park. Now, I will say that there is a lot of pressure on Walid Regragui. And in this whole tournament, I've been hearing people say that if he gets knocked out in the semifinals, he's going to be sacked. If he doesn't win in the final match, he's going to be sacked. And yes, I see that he doesn't play the most attractive style of football. I feel like Moroccan fans do want a more attacking style of football, a style of football that allows him to score more goals, but he's getting the results. He got the results in the World Cup, and now he's getting the results in the AFCON. So in my opinion, I think it would be a horrible mistake if you fire him and let him go. Now, for my final predictions, I think this could really go either way. Whatever way it goes, I do think this will be a low scoring game. I feel like both of these teams in recent matches haven't been scoring as many goals as they were earlier on in the AFCON tournament in the group stages. So with that being said, this could go either way, but I'm not going to doubt Morocco once again. I doubted them in the quarterfinals, I doubted them in the semifinals, and they proved me wrong every single time. So as they say, you need to learn from your mistakes. So I'm not going to doubt Morocco once again. They're the hosts of the tournament. All the fans are going to be backing them. The fans have been the 12th man of the tournament. The Moroccan fans have been absolutely crazy in this tournament. And with that being said, I'm going to predict Morocco to beat Senegal and win the 2025 AFCON. And Morocco are going to win 1-0. And that's the end of this video. That was my prediction for the 2025 AFCON, where I do think Morocco will beat Senegal 1-0. As always, if you guys agree with my prediction, remember to leave a comment down below. But if you disagree with my prediction and you think Senegal is going to win the 2025 AFCON, remember to leave your predictions down below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more videos.